Hey guys, I'm a little late, but it's Tuesday and I'm live. Yay! Woo! So how is everyone? Guys, I have a really difficult situation. Well, not that difficult, but when I'm like not thinking about these lives, I randomly like think of things to talk about in my next live, like my upcoming live, and then when I actually go live, I forget what it was I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I just like feel like when there's that like pressure to like, well, not pressure, but like, I'm like about to go live and then I totally forget what it was that I was going to talk about. So yeah, something that's like I'm really like, I don't know, just randomly came to me right now is that I'm ooh, Prince of Pentacles. Okay, anyway. I'm coming to the end of my Saturn return finally. The past like 3 years has been my Saturn return, almost 3 years. And Saturn is officially going into Pisces, the sign of Pisces, in March. So in 6 months' time, I'm gonna be out of my first Saturn return. Yay! So yeah, I just wanted to talk about what I've learned because I've been doing like videos, especially on my other channel, which is probably going to be linked in the description box. Actually, if not, I might actually put it here in my chat, in the chat. Hang on a sec. Okay, I found my second channel. Second channel. Okay, this is my second channel, and yeah, I usually talk like every year. I try to talk about what I learned in that specific year of my Saturn return, and I don't know, like this year I've just felt like it's really difficult to organize the ideas to make it into a video, so I might just like talk about it a little bit here on my live. But like so far, the third year has been very crazy. I mean, every year has been pretty eye-opening, but this specific year, the like from March of this year to like probably next year, but I mean, I'm only like halfway through, but like I feel like the theme of this year is literally to kind of get out of this shell that I've lived in. Like I'm somebody who kind of finds it very comfortable being in a specific environment and like not really branching out of that. But this year's been a kind of year where I've had to get out of that mindset of just being in my bubble and yeah, being in my circle, like, yeah, for example, I've been doing events, like organizing events for English teachers, so that anybody, literally anyone who finds the event can join, and we can like discuss our own experiences and what we've learned and stuff. So yeah, it's just like I would have never done that if it wasn't for this year, where I'm having to learn to um, leave that kind of environment and just kind of yeah, like get out of that mindset of being scared to put myself out there. But like this year's been that year. Like, how else am I going to meet people, you know? Like, how else am I going to connect with other English teachers unless I interact with them? And I've been in this like Facebook group called English Teachers in Japan, and they kind of discuss in the group people in the group discuss like experiences and give ideas, help each other, and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought, well, why not? You know, I had been feeling like I wanted to um yeah, like get ideas. Like initially it was because I had problems with my teaching. Like I was thinking like how am I gonna improve and like get the kids to enjoy learning English. Um and that was the point. Like the first time I went I was gonna say I went live. No, the first time uh, the reason that I even joined the group was to ask for ideas and for help in terms of the teaching, and yeah, that was the point. That was why I did it. But like now, it's becoming this um series of events, for a lack of a better term, um, where we are discussing our own experiences, and also like it's to benefit people who are considering becoming English teachers in Japan, like what to expect and what it's really like to do, like, you know, do that as a job. um Especially like if you know, these teachers are foreigners, like people coming from other countries. So like, so there was somebody who was considering coming from abroad, like not Japan, right? And they'd never been to Japan, so like how were they gonna know, you know, what it's like unless they attend like these kind of events. So yeah, like I've been doing that kind of those kinds of events, and I have one coming up in a few days on the 11th of September at 10 a.m. JST. I think it's a Sunday. So yeah, I'm going to be holding an event. It's all online, so anyone from around the world can join. Which shall I shall I link that as well? Hang on a sec. It's taking some time to load. Sorry, guys. But be slow. Is it the internet or is it my laptop? Who knows? Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I don't know. Am I channeling something? My nose becomes very itchy. So it could be that. Okay, well, I don't think my laptop wants me to load this, so I'm going to link it in the description, or actually no, I'm going to pin it in the comments once the live is over for anyone who's interested. The actual event is on the 11th, so there's still some time before the event to sign up. So yeah, if you're interested in joining, then why not? Okay, so what do the universe, my guides, angels of the highest good, guides of our highest good, want us to talk about today in the live? I talked a little bit about my Saturn return, but anything else? Well, it could be more about that, but like, okay, this card is jumping out to me. Oh yeah, I mean, Ace of Cups, eternal joy, freedom, feeling. Oh, this is a feeling card. This is the Cups card, and Ace of Cups is the card of emotional freedom, emotional fulfillment, being completely free of any mind blocks, just feeling this love, like sense of enormous newness, love, but in a newness kind of way. And I feel like it's not just for me, but like for everyone. It's a time to feel this immense sense of love and happiness, like joyfulness, and we're all free to do that. We're always free to feel what we want to feel. And yeah, never hold back. Don't ever feel like anything can restrict you or stop you from feeling this sense of love. We always, at any given time, we have the choice to feel the way we want to feel. That's the one thing that we have control over. Like, that's the one thing that we yeah, I'm asking my guides, do they have another like word except for like control? Because the word control sometimes has some negative connotations, but like what do they want to say? Yeah, like freedom, like feel a sense of freedom, feel free to feel free. This is like the what's the thing in the US? Liberty, Statue of Liberty, the liberalness, sense of freedom. Okay, my guides are really telling me this is an important message to know how important it is to feel the sense of freedom, that like anytime we feel restricted or like we can't move forwards because of something, whether it be money or circumstances or past experiences. They are all things that you're putting in place in order to feel a sense of security or a sense of safety. But does that make you like that? Does that actually make you feel happy? You know, does that make you feel like you're truly yourself? You know, are you feeling? Are you living with a sense of freedom if you're constantly worrying about what could or should happen? You know, and if the security, the sense of security, comes from you truly feeling fulfilled, truly feeling a sense of freedom, then I think then it's a good thing. Like, for example, if you grew up with no sense of security whatsoever, and then you created an environment, you got up and decided that's not what you wanted, and you moved into a sense of security through, you know, your decisions and your actions, then yeah, that makes sense. That makes you free. But if the sense of security comes from a sense of anxiety, if it comes from anxiety or a sense or lack of confidence or lack of st- not stability, but like alignment, then you need to look at it and ask yourself why that is. And you know, and actually sometimes you risking the not safety, but risking consistency, not patterns, you know, risking how you've been doing things up to the moment, and doing something out of the ordinary can actually bring you to places, and things come to you that you would have never ever dreamed of or thought could be possible, you know, because of you having branched out of the patterns that you've been living in. You know, when something becomes a pattern, when something becomes a habit, it no longer serves you for you to grow. You know, it doesn't. Oh gosh, my channeling. When something becomes a pattern, and when you know, and you're not very conscious of it, you know, you're like unconsciously just mindlessly moving through life, without any sense of adventure or like any sense of yeah, like being conscious, like being present in that moment, then when you're losing that, then you know that at that moment you're becoming less, it just becomes pointless, like it becomes mundane, and you kind of stop growing as a person, you know, as a human. You kind of stop growing, and you constantly want to be growing all the time. You know, you constantly want to be challenging yourself, and it doesn't mean that everything's going to go smoothly and you're like never going to have problems. Of course you're going to have problems, you know, as long as you're here on this planet, we're constantly going to have challenges come to us, and there's nothing wrong with that, because they're there to help us to grow and to become truly ourselves, and for us to become aligned with our soul, you know. So if you're ever feeling discouraged or feeling like maybe it isn't the right path for you, firstly, listen to your intuition, because your intuition knows best. But also, when you're consulting your intuition, the thing is, how you tell the difference between your intuition and your fear is to look at it in this way. Intuition has no bias. It doesn't come from a sense of fear, whereas your fears are fear-based, clearly. So there's no there isn't that sense of balance. There's no sense of this unbiasedness. So just kind of, if you're ever lost, if you're ever unsure about whether your thoughts are from coming from fear or your intuition, recognize that. And also, another thing that just came to me was that your intuition always has a loving energy. There's that sense of like, yes, this is the right thing to do, and the feeling that you feel good, like it feels good to you, it feels good in your body. So that's something that you could try, is like, if there's something that you want to try, or if there's something that's kind of different to what you've experienced so far, does kind of feel into it and like feel it in your body, like imagine it like body, and does it feel good to you? Does it make you feel? And it's not a rational thing. There's no reason or explanation. You don't need to put an explanation to it or reason to it. You just kind of do it, or you kind of feel it, and if it feels good, then it's right to you, the right thing for you. And yeah, it's just something that you could try. And my guides are telling me to talk about my own personal experience that I had recently with that, is that I was kind of thinking about getting this new certificate for a thing called gifted and talented education. And it's kind of a long explanation, and you could Google it yourself. But it's about, in a nutshell, it's about it's a course whereby people kind of study, like me, we study how to teach these new age kids. And oh my gosh, my intuition is going crazy. Okay. So yeah, it's this course to learn about how we can kind of use the talents of children in order for them to grow. So in other words, like, a child might be like really, really skilled in art, but for some reason they're just not good with numbers. So then, instead of kind of forcing them to learn numbers, like maths or whatever, we kind of just focus on their artistic talents and use those talents in order for them to grow and to develop those skills further. And that's what this course was about. And anyway, I was told, or I was suggested by somebody, for me to take this course. And something in the back of my mind said, no, it's not right. It's not the right time for me, or like, it just isn't it. That's just not the direction I need to be going in right now. But I didn't want to make cause a fight or like make a fuss, because they were so kind as to actually help me out in terms of the cost of the course and all the paperwork and preparation that I needed for that. They offered to pay for. And logically it made no sense to me. Like, why am I not supposed to go in this direction? So I thought, well, might as well, like, it might be a good process, might be a good experience for me. But then there was a block. There was a block, and because the course is an American course and it's done through an American university, although it's an online course, there was just so much paperwork I had to organize and I had to prepare. And one of the paperwork that something that I had to submit, I couldn't get that for one reason or another. And yeah, so like and without that paperwork, I couldn't go through with taking the actual course. And I feel like initially I was very frustrated, like, why am I not able to organize these paperwork things to get everything sorted in, and like there's a time crunch and there's a deadline. But then I realized my intuition's telling me it's not right for me, it's not the right time for me, at least. So like, why am I rushing? Like, why am I pressuring myself to get all this paperwork done when I don't, my intuition is telling me it's not right, and I don't really, like, in my heart of hearts, I don't really want to do this. So then I kind of took a breath and I was like, well, then I could just stop. I could just stop doing this. I could just stop organizing all this paperwork and getting frustrated for something I don't even want, So yeah, it's just like, that's just an example of why are my guides telling me to talk about this? But anyway, yeah, that's just an example of like listening to your intuition. Like, even if something doesn't make any sense logically, if your intuition is telling me it's not right, it's not right, and it's okay not to go down that road. It's okay not to go the logical route if it doesn't make any sense. If it doesn't feel good. Even if it doesn't make any sense, I should say. So yeah, it's just really important. It's just something that my guides wanted to talk about today, I guess, is to listen to your heart, even if it doesn't make any sense, even if logically it's like, why not, or why am I doing this? Do it anyway, because half the time when we listen to our intuition, or most of the time when we listen to our intuition, things come to us that would have never come to us if we hadn't listened to our intuition, and it would have been lost. It would have been a lost opportunity if we didn't listen to our intuition. So on the 10th, around the 10th of September, which would be the 9th for anyone in the US, I'm going to be listing some services, for example, psychic readings on my Etsy store again. So if you feel interested, if you are interested in getting a personal reading for around $5 per reading, then please feel free to book one, and I'd be happy to give you a reading. But yeah, thank you so much. I feel really blessed because today I was like, I need to go live. I have nothing to talk about. What I'm going to talk about? What am I going to talk about today in my live? But yeah, my guides always have a way of getting to me, getting ideas to me that I need to talk about today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for putting up with my nose scratching. Whenever I'm like connected to my intuition, like on a deep level, and like when messages are coming to me, my nose just gets so itchy. And I'm telling you, like, it's not this itchy when I'm like in my day-to-day life. I'm not scratching my nose constantly. It's always like when I'm here and And it's not even like when I'm on my laptop or when I'm using my laptop, it's when I'm doing these lives that my nose gets itchy. So I know that this is intended. Like, this is an intended thing from my guides or whatever, so like, yeah, like, if you can take anything from anything that I've said today in this live, please feel free to do so. And also, I'll link my Etsy store in the it's actually already linked in the description. So if you'd like one, just get one. Please, I'd be so grateful for your order. And from the 10th, by the way, 10th onwards, 10th of September onwards, you'll be able to get a reading. And yeah, take care. And I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week, unless anything happens, in which case I will let you guys know via Twitter. And even my Twitter's in the description, so like, everything's down there in the description. So take care, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Bye.